back, everybody. You're tuned in for another episode of Elephant Room, the podcast. You're here with your boy Skribble. This is my partner,
Puntin, man. We here.
And we coming to bring you guys a little bit more substance today, man. But we want to take a little bit different angle, man. We want to take the moment to kind of highlight and spotlight some of the stuff that we got going on.
Yes, sir.
Keep you guys tuned in to what we have going on as individuals. Give you an opportunity to play a role and play a part in what we have going on, and keep you in tune with what's coming out in the future, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. No, sir.
Yeah. So as you can see here in the frame, we have this brilliant book by this brilliant man, and we want to kind of dive into that a little bit, Puntin. So if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions, man.
Yeah.
Drop some knowledge on these individuals and give them a reason to purchase the book, man.
Hey, I like that, man.
Yeah, you feel me, man?
Appreciate
you know
you.
I'm a plug.
Appreciate
You, my
you,
boy.
baby.
Yeah.
You know what
Sure
I'm
look,
saying?
you
I
look.
appreciate the brilliant. You know what I'm saying? You know.
So tell me about this book, man. What inspired you to create the Independent Artist Guide? What's your purpose? What's your goals? And what we gonna do with it moving forward?
Well, you know, man. You know that saying. The game is sold, not told.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And for many years, I've given the game freely. You know what I'm saying? And it's been willingly. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mind giving the game freely, especially that's my purpose. I believe part of my purpose is giving the game, willingly, and helping other artists. I've come from the straight bottom. I come from zero, having no experience, no help, no nothing.
Started off on the PlayStation.
Yeah. I started off making beats on the PlayStation. I started off recording beats on a tape recorder, just a straight tape recorder, push and record and play at the same time. From elevating from there to going to a stereo and putting the tape in, and me and my group pushing, record and play, and having to do the chorus, someone do the verse, us do the chorus again, the other person doing the verse, us doing the chorus again, all in one time. And if someone messes up,
You gotta do it all over.
we got to do it all over again. So we're doing however many takes it takes to get that one song where everyone doesn't mess up.
Yeah.
That's where I come from. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So I understand, and I have a great perspective of what it takes, man, and how hard, or some people don't believe in how hard it is, but I understand what it takes to get it done.
Right,
you get what I'm saying? And man, so this book represents exactly that. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, it's not for everybody. Like, you know what I mean? I was telling you earlier, like, this book is not to say, hey, I have it all together, I'm Puntin, and I have it all together, and this is my book, go get my book because I have it all together. No, this book is for those individuals who have seen my journey, who have watched me progress throughout the years, who have seen me come from that very place, you know what I'm saying, and elevate to where I am today, or where I've been.
Right.
And who enjoyed it, who were engaged, and
Right.
who are indulged to what I represent, right?
Right.
This book is for those type of people. You get what I'm saying?
And if I'm hearing you correctly, though,
Yeah.
this can be an individual of any age demographic,
Correct.
in any background, but the common interest is a passion and drive for success within your level of expertise.
Within your level of expertise.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it could be on any level.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like I have partners who have hundreds of thousands of more fans or likes or followers than I myself have, but respect me and what I represent.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And see the value in myself. You get what I'm saying?
I myself being somewhat green to the whole music industry, I see immediate value in it.
Yes, sir.
Not being familiar with the lay of the land, how things work, how situations operate, what the common practices are,
Right.
and being blessed with the opportunity to be, a part of the journey, as well as having read the book.
Yes, sir.
I can honestly sit there and say that this book really offers a realistic perspective and some genuine guidance for all those that may be interested.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, what really provoked you to really do this and put it out there for people's consumption?
Okay, so I began to get a lot of calls asking for consulting services. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And while that's not really the lane I want to be in, because I have other things going on, you know what I'm saying? I felt that, I've always felt that I had to write a book, maybe 1, 2, 3, you know what I mean? But this particular book just came to my heart just out of the kind of the blue. It's like, man, you know what? People want to know how I did it or what I did, you know what I'm saying? Like I said in previous episodes, I have been on 6 world tours. I've been on over 20 national tours, you know what I'm saying? And I did this all independently with no record label, you know what I'm saying? With no big budget, you get what I'm saying? So like, how? You know, that's this book, how I did it, you get what I'm saying?
How you can do that is in here.
It's in there.
Y'all go get that book if you want to know.
Yeah, I recently heard someone speaking on books, and they were like, you know, we need more people to read books. They were like, you have this individual that you look up to, let's just say Diddy, and he comes out with a book and he tells his documentary, he tells his life story, and he gives you this life story that you can read in a week or 2, right? So he's lived this entire life of success or whatever it took to get him where he's at today, and he puts it in a book. But you know, people don't take out the time to read the book. They'd rather do this, they'd rather do that, but they won't take out the time to read a book from Diddy, who's giving you everything that he's done in these 50 years,
giving you the blueprint.
But you know, for various reasons, you know, you're not going to sit down and read this book. But this book is going to show you pretty much what he did in 50 years. It's going to give you in 2 weeks. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Right. So the importance of books. Right. So like this book right here, like I say, I'm not Diddy, but I might be Diddy in some other person's eyes. Right. You know what I'm saying? Who's seen my journey. Right. You know, I'll be like I say, we spoke on it. I've been in the game for over 20 years. You know, so and it's a different level, but at the same time, it might be a great level to them. So this book pretty much gives you some insight on that, and I give examples like how I started my first national tour. I went on a national tour and I went to 6 to 7 different states. You know what I mean? And I did it because I released an album independently, and it was doing pretty good. It was doing better than normal in my view, right? I'm like, okay, I've seen other people who are in my same position or where I come from release albums and nowhere close to this, right? So I'm like, okay, something's different about this. Let me put out a flyer and see how different it is. Let me put out a flyer saying, hey, and show them the cities, and the places that I do have events, because I called the event.
It made it happen.
Yeah. I called the event. I'm like, hey, I just got to release the album. I heard you guys do open mics. I heard you guys do this. I heard you guys do 50-50 splits. I heard you guys do 80-20 splits. I got that. So I can bring some people in. You know what I'm saying? I can get this at the door. You can get this at the door. Y'all can still keep your bar. Whatever it may be. Right. However I set it up, I set it up. Right. So I have these set up shows. I put these on the flyer that these are the places I'm at. However, you can still book me. Right. I'm still booking.
You can add to the
catalog.
Yeah.
So I say, okay, let me do it. Yeah. And I did it.
Now, is that something that you were kind of pointed to, guided to, or is this something that you really kind of articulated and wanted to go off the limb on your own?
It was intuition. Yeah. It was intuition. It was as, you know, big God showed me. Yeah. You know, the God in me showed me. Like, it was my intuition that said, hey, I can probably do this. Right. I don't know how to get to Ohio. I don't know how to get to Idaho. I don't know how to get to Colorado, Maryland. I don't know how to get to Pueblo, Colorado. None of these places. However, I'm going to put this out there, and I'm going to see where it goes. Yeah. When I put it out there, I got to show in Seattle, Washington. I got to show in Pueblo, Colorado. I got to show in Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah. You You know what I'm saying? I got a song in Idaho.
Yeah.
I don't know how,
Yeah.
but I got it because it was some certain individuals who saw me somehow, heard me somehow. I mean, because you know you have the internet.
Right.
You never know who's listening to you.
It's a powerful tool.
It's a powerful tool.
Right.
And I ended up going on my first national tour.
Yeah. I don't want to skip over, you know, what the real spark was, and that was you taking the initiative to create these opportunities for yourselves. So, you know, if you're listening, if you're an aspiring artist of any sort, let's not bypass the initial effort needed, and that's you taking the initiative to want to do greater and be greater.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to make that jump.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have a circle, a network of friends and family that supports you. Take heed to the push and the added motivation that they're trying to bestow in you, and not be afraid of taking that leap.
Yeah, never be afraid, man. You know, if you were to look into the scope of where you come from, you know, your hometown, people calling you local, you know, local joker, you know, local artist. If you hear that so much, you'll believe that you're framed into this whole scenery of you're local. You get what I'm saying? You can't let that tap into your subconscious like that. You have to go beyond that. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that, no, I'm not local. I know my music can touch someone in London, England. I know my music can touch someone in New Zealand. You get what I'm saying? You have to, if you truly believe that, you have to withstand anything coming in and understand that, no, my music is worldwide. You get what I'm saying? And I think that will open up doors because you're open to it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If all you're hearing is local joker, and if all you believe you can do is local shows for free, you get what I'm saying? Then that's probably what you're gonna do because that's what you believe. Right. But if your intuition is telling you that you're bigger than that, and you deserve more, then guess what? Go with your intuition. I would rather go with my intuition any day over somebody telling me what they believe and what they think.
That's right on.
You get what I'm saying?
9 times out of 10, that initial intuition is right. It's
right. Man. So in a nutshell, Skribble, man, this book right here is pretty much sharing all of those things that I've grown and learned over the years, and all of the things that I utilized to do what I did, man. You know, 6 world tours independently is not easy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even now, just thinking about it now, just it would be hard for me to do it now. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But knowing my mindset back then, it was more like I've been listening to a lot of mindset videos and metaphysics and a lot of type of videos. I don't want to go too much into the philosophies, but they hit on a lot of mindset on conscious, subconscious, super subconscious, and all these type of things, you know, but that's another story. But anyway, a lot of them detail the mindset. And here, like the recent year, my mindset has changed drastically. You get what I'm saying? Someone may be at a company for 20 years, man, making $15 an hour only because of their mindset. They making $15 an hour, know the company front, back, forth, left, right. No more than the CEO, no more than the CFO, no more than everyone, the manager, the coordinator, everyone in the building. They know the whole show. They've been there longer than anybody. But their mindset it limits them to $15 an hour because they don't believe they can make more. Right. But a shift of a mindset, shift of a paradigm, they can understand that I'm bigger than $15. I know more than the CEO. I know more than the manager of this building. I know everything. I know everything. Shift of that mindset to make them understand that, hey, I'm worth more than $15. Go to that room, go to the upper room, let them know, hey, I need a raise. Yeah. Why you need a raise? I know more than you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for 15 years.
Yeah.
Anything in this building, I know.
Right.
Anything you need, I can do. I've done it. I've been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? If you can't understand it, I gotta go.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And before I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
But now I do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So now I don't go in looking for. If I go anywhere, I don't go in the perspective as like I need this. No, I go with the perspective of y'all need this.
Yeah.
Y'all need this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because
Yeah.
I think you did the culture a favor and understood that there was a need for a book like this.
Yeah.
So referring back to the concept mentioned earlier, the game is to be sold, not told. I'm a believer in the contrast of that.
Yeah.
And it's part of the reason why I value and honor what you've done in this book. I'm a firm believer that the game should be told, not sold.
Man.
And that's part of the reason why we see some of the shortcomings that we've faced year over year as a community.
Yeah.
So I admire you going out on a limb with your first book.
Yeah.
Doing something you ain't never done before. I remember plenty of conversations we didn't have. Hey, Skribble, man, I think I'm finna do this book. Okay,
Hey.
Pete, when you gonna do the book, man? I'm gonna chill on the book. Nah, I'm gonna do the book.
Yeah.
I mean, I think last time I talked to you was the end of July. You was like, man, I already got a date for the book. August 17th or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, boy, you really gonna do it like that,
Hey,
man?
because it hit me. Because this wasn't the initial book. My book was going to be called I Made It Work. And what I want to do on I Made It Work is tell my story. I want to go in detail how I started on the PlayStation. In detail of how I went on. This book right here just came to me. It's like, man, what's the instant, what's the instant like reaction I can get? What's the instant help I can do to artists out there, who really need help, artists who really have a talent or really want to get out there, who have no support. Right. This book was. It was just like more of a instant thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not the I made it work. You know what I mean? So when I told you, it was like this one came to me, and I honestly did this book in under a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know it was quick, bro. I was surprised.
Yeah.
We know him for doing some fast work.
Yeah, we are.
Last minute work and making miracles happen, man. So, to see you from the ground up and bring this into fruition, man, it was a prize to see, man. So I salute you on your book, man. I wish you nothing but success, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother.
If you could take one gem from the book and pass it to the people watching us, what would that be?
Honestly, Skribble, man, I would say, man, it wasn't easy, brother. And the reason it wasn't easy, the part of doing the book, promoting the book, pushing the book out, like producing the book, that's easy. I do this. I could produce anything. If you wanted a drink, a coffee, some shoes, I could present that to the world right now. I know the know-how. I might not know the afterwards, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the things, but I know how to kind of present a product. So that wasn't the hard part. The hard part was the mindset. The hard part was understanding that individuals wouldn't respect or understand me coming out with a book called Independent Artist Guide. That was the hard part.
Gotcha.
Getting past that fear of people knowing that people would say, what he doing? You know what I'm saying? He's not this person. He's not that person. He hasn't done this. He's not the best. He's not the known artist in Texas. He's not this. What is he doing? Right. And taking it as a joke. That was the hard part. You get what I'm saying?
How you were going to be socially accepted. How the book was going to be socially
accepted. How it was going to be socially accepted. Okay. That's the hard part. And to me, that's the hard part in a lot of things. And that's why a lot of people with talent don't go don't go as far as they're gonna go. They should go. Yeah. That's why, because they fear that illusion of the fear of like, man, people not accepting it, people not taking them serious, people not embracing it. You get what I'm saying? You have to get past that. Right. You have to get past it. If I'm gonna tell you, if I put out this book and not one person got it, bro, me putting it out did it.
It was a success.
It was a success. And I think that's what people don't understand. Like, I don't care if one person bought this book and I expected 10,000 to buy it. If one person bought it, bro, it was a success. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand that, and that's what I want people to understand. This, I don't do this for everybody. I do it for those individuals that it touches and that who needs to understand that whole idea that, hey man, don't let nothing stop you. Amen. If it's in you, if you got it in you, if you want to do it, push through it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man, and that's to segue into another subject. That's the reason why I appreciate you, my brother. They say real recognize real.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And ever since me and you met, man, it's just been something that just been keeping us going. And first of all, I think it's the grind. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I always tell you, like, man, before I met you, like, it's been hard. It's been hard to find another grinder that grind as hard as me. Yeah. Cause you know what I'm saying, especially in my heydays. Yeah. In my heydays, Skribble, I could drop an album, CD, mixtape in a day if I needed to. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I used to drop tapes and mixtapes like birds drop boo boo. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what I see in you, man, even more. So I definitely respect what you bring to the table. I appreciate the excellence and the greatness in it. And I'm excited for what you got coming, man. And that's what I want to segue into, what you got coming. I believe, man, you got not only a new album dropping, your sophomore album. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you also have the art exhibit dropping. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first met you, you were a rapper already, but you wasn't rapping. You get what I'm saying?